When I first heard about the story, I immediately thought it's not Wallace and Gromit, it's Daniel and Casper. Casper's the cat, he's our lead in this, and he went missing for 3 years and travelled 55 miles, which is crazy in itself.
Casper's like a really adventurous cat, and I thought that he'd gone to Paris and climbing up the Eiffel Tower and everything.
You're doing something animated, why not do something that you can't do in live action? So for us, it's these imagination sequences where Casper is trying to send a microchip laser signal to a satellite to tell Daniel of his whereabouts, come and find me, because it's all really about Daniel longing after his best friend until one day when Mum gets a phone call.
Hello, Cat Protection.
Oh, hi there. Our cat's gone missing. His name is Casper and he has a microchip.
We scanned Casper whilst he was nice and warm in our treatment room. When you scan a cat and you hear that beep, it's a really exciting moment. And to make that phone call, knowing that you're potentially going to reunite a cat with its owner, is a really nice feeling.
So the magic really is in the microchip, and we're just sprinkling it with a bit of imagination from a 6-year-old's point of view.
Definitely a magical phone call.
Yeah.
To say we've scanned your cat and his chip details are yours, and it's, that was magical.
If it wasn't for the microchip, wouldn't have him.
Casper Protection had never done a project of this sort of size and scale completely remotely before. Because of the global pandemic, we've had to do everything in such a different way.
For us, the biggest challenge has always been the amount of time we've had to get this done. The core team of us were in Bristol. One of the animators was working on a boat. The compositor was in France, the composer in Brighton, Casper Protection were in Sussex, and then, obviously, Holly Willoughby in London.
Hello. Oh, hi. It's so weird doing it like this, isn't it? But I guess... All right, I'll go in.
The first line, you're calling your son Daniel and Casper from a distance.
Okay, right, here we go. Let's give that a go.
Daniel, Casper,
Come on!
Don't stay out long, Casper.
The Casper Protection Animation started about sort of 10 years ago. It was originally just an e-card, and we wanted to get some bit of fun animation to it. It turned into a yearly tradition that people look forward to.
The whole concept and the whole storyline is about the family, and it's about that relationship that you have with the pet. So even though it's for Casper Protection, it's about creating a world and creating characters and a scenario that people with pets, people who talk to Casper Protection or part of that community will recognise.
So Casper Protection wouldn't exist without its community, and the Christmas animation is a way of us kind of celebrating the work we do together. And this year I think the animation is going to be something really special.
Looking at this film and having that sort of snowy, Christmassy feel, and so it meant adding lots more colours and having a bit more of a painterly texture to the background. The sky is pink and there's purples, and that works really well with the white. It has to feel bright and optimistic and loving and warm. I think we originally set out to make something more visually simplified, but then the artist made such beautiful background art, we had to match that for the rest of the production. At that point, none of the characters had been animated. So that was when we had to decide, how is Daniel gonna run through the street? How is Casper gonna bounce, walk, jump up? The movements had to be very fluid, they had to be very lifelike, very realistic. And that's really why we had to do it as a freehand drawn animation. It took a couple of days of working out the physical locations of everyone.
What about if we get rid of the tree? How easy is it to move the lamppost?
We're all in different locations as well, and I'm holding up my sketchbook on Zoom to David, the artist.
Oh, it's a bit of a conundrum. Okay, I do feel like my head is going to explode though, do you?
Yeah.
Working from home, the amount of Zoom calls we'd had where a cat walks in front of the camera or meows to the side. But I suppose because that's all we've been doing all year is Zoom video calls, it sort of became the norm.
So it's really, really clear then that the boy and the cat belong in the hat.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
Making an animation is certainly a collaborative effort. It used to be just me on my own doing everything.
And this stuff is happening around him.
Yeah.
So, like, he's asleep, and then Santa kind of comes out from behind his head or something.
We've had more people involved, more teams, and this year we've got Aardman involved.
Mum's heaving a Christmas tree along the street through the thick powdery snow.
How can you show that, the characters have gone in this journey through time, and yet we only have, say, 6 seconds to do it in? And this was going through the seasons, and this is where we see the poster, the missing poster of Casper. So it was, okay, we're definitely going to need a telegraph pole because we're going to put a poster up on there. So we've got to include it in these earlier shots, even though we're not seeing it until later on.
Any luck?
No.
There was always that time pressure coming into play to get something ready for
I
Christmas.
was up till 11 and I did 3 edits last night.
I was directing by day and then getting all the other little elements ready for the animators for the following day.
Don't worry about the head turn at the moment.
We had 3 animators.
Just insert like 10 frames of extra bum wiggle.
And, you know, the animators did have a lot to do.
It starts from the head and it goes down to the bum so the little tail ends. It sort of like ripples down.
And it was coming close to the wire.
Oh, Sammy's ringing me.
And my head was over so many different places.
Little pause can be more like a trot, like a dot, dot, dot.
Every day there'd be edits coming through to check.
And it's just that last shot. They want to end on this shot for 5 seconds. It's an important shot.
We were asking the background artists to do multiple backgrounds per day.
Sort of like the idea of it framing Daniel.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Immediately when we see the bedroom, we know that it's a positive scene. It's warm. You've got the light twinkling through the window, and Casper jumps up on his bed, and I wanted to sort of draw out the process of their reunion a little bit, with Daniel just slowly waking up and almost, Casper, is it you? It needed to be a really sort of warmth, magical moment for that reunion.
He would go up the Christmas tree. He would basically be the star at the top of the Christmas tree.
We all need a bit of feel good. We all need a bit of something warm this Christmas to make us smile, because it's been a tricky year.
He's just so mischievous. He would be the one that takes the Christmas tree decorations off.
Yeah.
As I'm decorating it, he'll be the one running away with it. Yeah, Christmas is fun with Casper.
Merry Christmas, sweetie.